Bars is back. Sam and oh God, what's up with?
Attention all my business owners, if you would like to advertise your business right before each video that we do here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, make sure you email us right now, advertise@hiphopun.com, advertise@hiphopun.com, ask about our holiday specials.
Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe.
I'm glad we did that. Salute the Jaguar, right? I want to transition a little bit, man, because I was telling you about, did a story a couple days ago on Viral about Darius McCrary. For people who don't know his real name, this is Eddie Winslow from the Family Matters, right? So he filed a restraining order against his ex-girlfriend because he fears that she will eventually kill him. Now, I'll give you the backstory. They said that she has been terrorizing him on a daily basis. Back in August, she allegedly broke into his car and tried to beat him with a lead pipe. In the same month, he requested a restraining order against her, but it was declined after he failed to show up in court. Now, he has since filed new court documents stating that he was displaced at the time of the original order, which is why he didn't show up. He says his ex-wife has taken his possessions, hidden them in a storage unit. In December, she threatened to kidnap his dog if he failed to give her money. The woman has slandered the actor's name among several professional circles, which caused him to miss out on work. He said that he is afraid of his life and he fears that something's going to end up happening like comedian Phil Hartman. I don't know if you remember Phil Hartman from back in the day, back in 98. He was killed by his wife, who eventually ended up killing herself. So I'll put that on Viral, right? And I'm getting responses. But one of those responses that surprised me was, because one thing that I said was, I could never hit a woman.
Right.
I could never put my hands, it doesn't matter what's going on. I don't ever think I could physically put my hands on a woman because the outcome doesn't end up victorious for me, right?
Right.
A lot of men in the comment section were like, hell no, we're not letting that slide. We aren't going to turn the other cheek. A lot of people said turn the other cheek. We are going to slap that cheek back into its proper place. And I'm like, holy shit, like, seems like men out here are getting really tired of being the person putting their hands on, and they feel like they got to defend themselves now. So I thought it was a very interesting discussion. So I want to get your thoughts on that, man. The Darius McCrary situation, and also men saying that they no longer, not all of them, but a lot of them, saying they are tired of turning the other cheek.
Yeah, well, my first thing would be like, you got to stop getting with these chicks that's putting their hands on you. For one, the chicks never feel like she should put her hands on you, no matter what, and vice versa. You know, but the way I kind of see it is like, man, you know, when a chick, it's a thin line, because like if she's trying to physically like hurt you, harm you, a knife, a gun or something like that, a hammer, anything like that, she pick up a piece of glass, try to cut you, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if you understand like your power as a man, like, you know, maybe she might scratch you a couple times, hit you, is that really gonna really do anything to you, bro? Now, again, if she's trying to physically do some bodily injury to you, you got to do what you got to do. You got to protect yourself. But if it's just, you know, a couple little, and I'm not saying that some women can't hit hard, but it's just like, what is it going, at the end of the day, you know, you got a little bruise, you move on. Easier said than done, you know, but again, no woman should be putting her hands on you. So that's kind of how I feel about it. It's just like, you know, I know some dudes who knock bitches out. You know, I know some bitches that knock some dudes out, and in the same breath, but you shouldn't be putting your hands on me because I'm a man, right? And God forbid, if you ever were to encounter and hit a man that just couldn't really control his temper, he might knock your fucking lights out. And then if that's the case, then it's like, oh, you run into the police and this, that, and the third. And it's like, yeah, it's all bad, but you got to keep your hands to yourself. If I got a daughter, you don't put your hands on a man. Unless he's trying to physically do something to you or whatever the case may be, then you do what you got to do. But just because you found him cheating or whatever, just leave. Or you found him talking to another girl, whatever the case may be, don't try to scratch his eyes out, try to fight him, say, nigga, what you want to do, nigga? Just don't do that type of shit. But we know we got chicks that's like that. They want to get up in your face. They want to fight. They want to do that. But if you were really to show them, you know, what type of brute strength you got, it will be lights out. And I don't want to see that happen. So everybody should keep their hands to themselves, man, at the end of the day. Protect yourself if you have to protect yourself.
Agreed. I mean, you remember, and I think, Mike, you remember too, 12 years ago, I think it was now, I got into a fight with my son's mama. Not even a fight. I woke up to her finding out I was cheating and got an iPad thrown in my head like a fucking boomerang.
Right.
And she was throwing shots. I'm talking about she was hitting me right in my face.
Right.
And I'm 245 pounds at the time.
Right.
I could have put her through 3 walls.
Yeah.
But my son's out there screaming, hey, daddy, you okay? What am I supposed to do? In this situation, like, you got to allow the man in you to chill the fuck out and take over and be like, nah, no matter what the circumstance, I don't win this situation. I was lumped up. She hit me good. But what happens if I hit her one time? My life would be ruined from now.
Yeah.
I'd still be deemed as that. We see what Chris Brown is going through. We heard that story of that incident in the car. Rihanna was hitting him too. No one talks about that at all. All we remember is her beat up, her messed up face in that camera, and her saying, Chris hit me. That's all we remember.
Yeah.
So we got to it's a no-win situation for men. Like you said, if it's a situation where you got to defend your life, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody trying to you got to preserve your life. You know what I mean? But if you know that you can physically walk out of that situation, walk out of it. Now, I'm not sitting here giving women credit either. I'm not sitting there giving them a pass, I should say. Because keep your hands to yourself. Like you said, if you got a daughter, I got a daughter. Keep your hands to yourself. If you don't want to be hit, you cannot expect this because this world kind of says, oh, men shouldn't hit women, that all men will listen to that. Nuh-uh. Yeah. Some men will take exception to that rule and light your ass up. We just seen what happened with Dana White on camera, and they getting on his ass. And he said he will ever be demonized for that, and he will. And people are trying to take it even a step further, which is another discussion for another day. Doesn't matter what the woman did.
Right.
All they remember him is Rick James and her. Right. So we just as men got to understand our situation, and we'll never, ever win that. So for even the brothers out there that's saying, fuck that, I won't turn the other cheek, please reevaluate that situation. Get away from a girl that you think is going to even hit you, because if you feel like you're going to hit her back, it's going to land your ass in jail, bro.
Get your sister or cousin, somebody to fight her or something. Like, don't go hit her back.
Word.
You know, but I'll be back with my sister. Fuck that.
Word.
Something, you know what I mean? You just can't do it, because one mistake can eat, and then you can hit her, kill her.
Yep.
You can hit her, get a charge. It's just not worth it at the end of the day. If it gets that toxic, get the hell out. There's too many women out here, man. Way too many.
Yep, exactly. Well said.
Yep, definitely.
Got anything else?
Not really, man. I ain't really got too much else over here. I was trying to see anything else we could talk about. They did have the Chicago Mount Rushmore. They was talking about a couple of days ago. They had G Herbo, Vaughn, Keith Keith, Dirk.
Saw that.
I didn't like that. Oh, well, I'll have Dirk and I'll have Keith on there. Vaughn, no. Herbo, hell no.
Okay.
I'll probably have like Kanye in there.
Yep. Need it.
Yeah, you gotta have Kanye, and then maybe like I know Common's from there. I don't know. Maybe you say Big Sean? No. Oh no. That's Detroit.
Yeah, Big Sean and M is from Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a million Chicago artists out here that we even missing throughout time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for Kanye not to be on it is blasphemous.
Right.
And you look at the Mount Rushmore, it's nothing but what's that? It's drill shit.
Yeah.
It really ain't. So and I hate that when you look at such a town so rich in culture. You're talking about from acting, from comedy, from music. For them just to be the four rappers, Chief Keef deserves it. No question about it.
Yeah.
Chief Keef deserves it. Kanye deserves it. The other two were without question debatable, and that's no disrespect
Dirk
to G Herbo. That's no disrespect to G Herbo, Dirk, or Vaughn. I don't think they deserve it.
Damn.
And more so Dirk and Vaughn.
Right.
Their message destroyed a lot of young people's lives.
Yeah.
We hear about what Vaughn, God rest his soul, is going through now, because even though he is alleged to do some very terrible animalistic things out here, he ain't deserve to die. You know what I mean? We ain't the judge and jury and executioner for that. You know what I mean? So, but putting hits out on people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Trying to kill people with all that, and then you want to be on a Mount Rushmore or something. I mean, I'm laughing now because look at the Mount Rushmore, the real one. They was a bunch of killers too. So maybe it is about right. Maybe it is accurate. I don't know.
New York's Mount Rushmore.
To me?
Yeah.
Rakim.
You know you gotta say Nas.
Jay-Z, Nas. Rakim, Jay-Z, Nas.
Yeah.
And this is my Mount Rushmore. Don't kill me.
KRS?
I ain't mad at anybody for putting them on there. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll put them on there. Even though those aren't my four favorite. But I'd give them the Mount Rushmore in New York.
Yeah, I will go with that. You know, like KRS, Rakim, Jay-Z, Nas. Yeah.
What would you go with? 50?
Really?
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. 50 like LeBron.
But for music? Or just like
Big Nas.
Damn.
50. You think about what 50 did. I think French Montana was on a podcast and he was talking about how 50 used beef.
Yeah.
as a mechanism for his promotion. And think about it, it was like, it was genius.
He evolved the mixtape.
Yeah.
So you said 50. Who else?
Nas J 50.
Big is definitely the king.
Oh yeah.
KRS-One is the king of boot bap.
Okay.
Big is probably my favorite between Jay-Z and Big. And Busta Rhymes, and I ain't even put him on there.
Yeah, New York have a lot.
Yeah.
For real. You can't just narrow it down to 4.
I take Big off, and it's hard. Simply off. I'll tell you why. Longevity.
But you can't. He died.
I understand.
His body of work, though. His body of work.
I love him better than all of them.
In the smallest time, it was like crazy.
I agree. Yeah, he got Ready to Die, Life After Death, and Born Again.
Yeah.
And I still won't put him on there.
Dang, how about Diddy?
Hell no. Pioneer, icon, deserves a star on the Walk of Fame, but he ain't put. You talk about hip hop. What body of work did he put out that touches any of them?
I mean, he put a lot of artists out.
Did he write that? I bet you he ain't write that shit. Nah, he ain't on the Mount Rushmore. Not for me.
Hey.
So let me ask you this: we put Jay-Z. Oh, did you say yours?
Yeah.
You said Jay-Z.
I got Jay-Z, Nas. I said KRS-One, and shit. That's hard. I'll go with Jadakiss.
Okay, so we all got different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's too hard.
But you look who we're naming, right? Jay-Z, Nas, Big, Rakim, KRS-One, Jadakiss. Those are all people from our era. Ain't a damn soul in the last 15, 20 years put their mark out there in New York. That's kind of sad because when you look at Atlanta, we look at LA, we look at Chicago, you even look, Buffalo, I guess we could put up there in New York, but that ain't the boroughs, you know what I'm saying? Where's New York at, man?
They fell off and they integrated into the South, like the sound.
He ain't have enough.
Yeah.
6ix9ine.
What do you think about Atlanta's Mount Rushmore? That's tough, boy.
Outkast.
Yeah. T.I., no?
Because of his reputation or his music? Because his music is dope. His reputation is taking a little bit of a hit as of late.
He is Atlanta, though. Like,
but exactly.
Right. T.I. is Atlanta, bro. Like.
Mark over there like, he's shaking his head like a motherfucker. Like, nope, not hearing it. Not hearing it. Nah, that's a good debate right there.
Huh? Oh, man.
But that can't take away from his music.
Right.
But I hear you. And that's what a lot of people gonna be like, nah, fuck him. But I can't not put him on there.
Yeah.
What about Ludacris? Oh, said nah. Mid than a motherfucker.
Well, last time he did any music.
You know he about to go on tour with Janet Jackson?
He is?
Yes.
What, he got no music?
That makes no sense at all, but he about to go on tour with Janet Jackson.
Yeah, he got great music, but
we could put Lil Baby. Can that be a discussion? Mount Rushmore is kind of longevity.
Yeah, that's longevity. It's too early for Lil Baby, I think. That's
New Orleans. Yeah, it's New Orleans. Without question.
I gotta see a list.
Yeah.
I've got to see a list of Atlanta rappers before because I just can't think of a lot of them right now.
It's Killer Mike's from Atlanta. But I don't really know his body of work to put him in there like that. Only one that's sticking out to me is Outkast. But I know we tripping. It's probably
it's more. I'm trying to pull some names up.
Goody Mob, that's a good one.
You got Young Thug, 21 Savage, Little Baby, Childish Gambino. Let me see.
He a hell of an actor. Yeah.
Come on, computer.
He's a hell of an artist.
So they got a list right here, the top 10 Atlanta rappers of all time. Let's see. How about Gucci?
I thought about him.
Yeah, Big Boy. Well, that's Outkast. So they got Andre 3000, Killer Mike, Big Boy, T.I., Gucci Mane, Future, Ludacris, Young Thug, Young Jeezy, and Jid. I never heard of no Jid. J.I.D.
You remember Vic was trying to get him on our shit for
a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we was naming them. We said we ain't known, but we named Outkast, Killer Mike,
pretty much.
T.I. We ain't say Gucci, but I was thinking about him.
Yeah.
We ain't say Thug.
Nope. They love Thug.
They love him down there. I was never really into his music like that, though. Wow. I'm not going to take away from his craft and his influence and his genius. That just wasn't me. I remember when he came out with that joint with T.I., I was like, what is he saying?
Right.
I didn't even know.
How about Philly? Oh, Soldier Boy. Philly. They got a list. Meek Mill. Cassidy. Beanie for sure. Black Thought.
I like that.
Yeah.
Black Thought, Beans for sure. Black Thought for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta give love to our broadcast.
Right. Meek.
And I'd say Meek.
One more.
For Philly.
Will Smith. Schoolie D. Willie. Big Willie.
Schoolie D, not Willie D.
Yeah.
6 in the morning was off of Schoolie D. That's Ice-T.
AR-AB. Not enough. Could have.
Yeah.
I mean, all the state prop dudes. You can easily fit in any of them. You could probably put them up there as a group.
Oh yeah.
Steady being Cool C would have went further, but
okay. So you name an old school piece. That's why we need you, Mark. You talking? You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, okay.
You said Steady being who?
Cool C.
They were from Philly.
The Glamorous Life. Yeah, that was.
Look at Memphis's list. They got Juicy J, Yo Gotti, Project Pat, Young Dolph, MJG, Gangsta Boo, 8 Ball, Lord Infamous, Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster. That's a lot of new cats.
So Moneybagg Yo in there still already. They you know what, they just really starting to put their sound out there though, and really starting to get attention for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that list too.
Right.
I'm cool with that list. I think that if Pooh Shiesty didn't get into the shit that he got into.
Oh, he was the top one out there.
He was starting to get into that conversation for real too. Let's go to LA. Let's go to the West Coast. Top 5.
Snoop.
Without question.
The Game.
You got the Game on there?
Well, Snoop, Dre. No, not Dre. I'm talking Dre. Snoop, Pac, Snoop, Kendrick. Damn. Shit. Nipsey. No.
It's fair.
Eazy-E.
Yeah, we said Pac.
Yeah.
Game is fair. You know, although Game is kind of gimmicky. Done some weird shit the last couple of years.
Rap his ass off.
The documentary, come on now, bro. That shit was a classic.
Yep.
You can rock the documentary from top to bottom. When he was on, and he influenced a lot of people out in the West. So I wouldn't be mad at Game. I just wish he kind of would cut the gimmicks a little bit.
Right.
But rapping, he can rap his ass off. Cube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'd put Cube up there. Cube, Snoop, Pac, Kendrick is mine.
Cube, Snoop, Pac, Kendrick. Yeah, that's a good one.
Even though Snoop is kind of from Maryland, technically. He claimed the West Side, but he from Maryland.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That nigga born in Maryland and shit.
I didn't know that shit.
Hell, I'm born in L.A.
Texas. Face.
Yep. Face.
Pimp C.
Yep.
What else?
K-Rino. You know, I heard a story about K-Rino. Remember we interviewed him?
Yeah.
And I was talking to a Houston producer, and I was like, well, what about K-Rino? He was like, he felt himself too much out there. He got kind of too big for his own and fell off because of his arrogance and his ego. This is coming from people out in Houston. This ain't coming from me because I don't know the brothers work like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that he kind of shorted himself because of his ego. So I was like, damn.
He was a good interview.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah, list came out to like the top 50 rappers, I think. I forgot who put it out.
Okay. You know what's crazy? As I'm looking over there, New York, we ain't say nothing about Wu-Tang. None of them. The Chef, Ghost, Meth.
You're looking for single artists. They always been a group.
Yeah, we gotta do groups.
Ventures, but always been a group. Like everything bounced back to the group.
Yeah, that's true.
Ventured off into their own album. Always came back to the family.
It just came back to that W. You're right. They had some classic rappers though, boy.
Sure.
Like the industry wanted them broken apart. They wanted to get them individual to isolate their contracts.
So somebody got this list. The top 50 New York rappers of all time. They got Nas number 1, Jay-Z number 2, Biggie number 3, Rakim 4, Method Man 5,
Interesting.
Kool G Rap, Ghost, KRS 1, Big Daddy Kane. You're ELP? ELP. White dude. Never heard of him. Right here.
He probably the one that made the list. That's the dude that rapped with Killer Mike.
Oh, okay. Prodigy,
Prodigy.
X,
DMX,
that's a good one.
Chuck D,
Good one.
Run DMC, Mos Def.
Why did I think Most Def was from Chicago? Why did I think that? I'm bugging. He that backpack rapping type, but
Yeah. Jadakiss. They got a dope list. Big L,
Big L.
Master Ace. You heard of Master Ace? Yeah.
Me and the Biz.
Hell, he did.
The Biz. Look that up.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I never heard of him. That's crazy.
Part of the Juice Crew.
We had Pharoah Monch, didn't we?
Yeah, we interviewed him.
Jizza, Raekwon, Big Pun.
Yep.
Punch that have been hired. Styles P, Buster. Then they got Buster way up there. Slick Rick. They got so many rappers, yo. Oh, okay.
I'll put it to you like this. Even though New York rappers or New York, the rap scene has kind of fell off, when you look at that list like that and you talk about how many of the greatest of all time are from New York, you can't touch it, bro. You can't. When you do the list you just named,
yeah,
it could be argued that any one of them rappers you just named could be somebody's number one. And he's still valued out there.
So what's the greatest? Who had the greatest era? South, East, West. Even now, all this time.
West didn't pick up onto it until NWA dropped all that gangster.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's when they started to bloom off of the funkadelic.
Right.
My favorite era in hip hop were the 90s.
Yeah.
And when I think about that, it's New York driven. It's New York dominated.
Yep.
Point blank period. All my favorite records, outside of some Snoop stuff, because I was really into Snoop, it's all East Coast.
Yeah.
Call it East Coast bias if you want to, but and I'm sure y'all will, but
it's just better, man.
It's just better to me. Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
And I think New York. Hollis. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jaguar Wright said something like that. Like, y'all took away from Philly and running to New York. Somebody said that. Like,
it was Jaguar.
It was Jaguar, right?
Yeah.
Y'all took all of Philly's top people and y'all ran off to New York where y'all could have established Philly.
Yeah.
And Philly could have been the New York.
But they always say she was right, though. Everybody wanted to go to New York and be in New York.
My favorite from Philly was P.D. Crack.
Oh, yeah.
Sat on the bench and got pushed aside because of Kanye.
Well, look what Kanye's the beast, though.
I understand, but if Kanye wouldn't have gotten that car accident,
and
made through the wire, I don't think he'd be out.
I don't know. I don't want to put that on Kanye because that dude, man. I don't think he was gonna be denied, dog. You might be right.
On the beats, Dame didn't want him as a rapper.
Yeah.
Him as a producer.
Yeah.
Not a rapper.
You saying so the Tuck rule, Tom Brady Tuck rule helped Kanye and shit. If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't
what
be no
PD
Kanye.
do though? PD
was rocking the streets.
Yeah.
Crack Files 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, he's a hell of a rapper, man. That whole state property is
telling you, all of them.
PD was a shining star in state property, and like he never got to come out on the album. Never. Like they just kept him on mixtapes. You know what I mean? And
he did have a joint though, a couple joints out there with Neo, right?
Yeah, every song he dropped was banging in the club.
Yeah.
Towels, all that. Like,
yeah. I'll give him that. I'll give him the credit that he's the artist that nobody wanted to fight, but he ain't up there for me. Even though any one of his records are dope. I remember when Power 99 they threw PD on, it was time to turn up.
Remember that battle, Rockefeller and fucking Rough Riders? Rockefeller was in the booth. That was epic. Like
that was a Hot 97.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they tore the mic up. They said they was in competition with each other.
Were they both there? Were they both in the building at the same time?
Nah, Jay-Z had them there.
Right.
Hot 97. He was like, "Yo, come up here." And they was tearing that shit up.
We're never gonna have an era like that again.
Nah,
We're
people can't do that no more. You can't get like Yo Gotti's crew is not gonna, no disrespect to him, but not gonna go in a radio station and burn the shit down.
Nah.
Moneybag Yo, Glorilla, Black Youngster. It's just not that type of era. And that's different because that's all scripted. Flex is scripted in the motherfucker.
Oh yeah. They coming up there with pre-recorded stuff. Ain't nobody out there just straight spitting.
Right.
Like they used to.
And I'm sure people can, but I want to see that again. I want to see people that's gonna come in and just like, yo, turn the beat on, let's get it.
Let's get it. That's why they need to bring back Rap City, the basement, or some sort of that. Because I missed that when they could just throw in the beat and go in there and flow and do their thing. Leave a cell phone in your fucking pocket and just go out there and spit some bars.
I think one of the greatest freestyles I ever heard was the Grammy Family. Jay-Z, you heard that, John?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was sick, man.
Was that night?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Jay-Z didn't rap that day.
Oh, he just pulling people up.
Yeah, he ain't rap. I wish he would have rapped.
Right.
Man, that Grammy Family's the shit, bro.
I remember having that shit on a mixtape. Listen to that shit.
was in Washington, D.C. by a backpack rapper named Rhyme
Oh yeah. God damn. He got this
He's a
shit.
Hip hop historian and shit.
Yeah.
ghostwriter for Kanye. He wrote that song Brand New.
Oh, okay.
Brand new.
And this dude, he made this girl cry and run off the stage. He was raw.
Was he battle rapping or was it?
It was battle rap. It was
Gotcha.
competition. I've never seen anybody destroy somebody like that on a stage. Like, she dropped the mic and ran off boo-hooing, like you could hear her screaming, crying.
Man.
You know, men are stronger. They ain't supposed to be hitting women like that, but
Wow.
He hit her with some serious bars.
man, oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, great show.
Yeah,
I don't know, it was
indeed.
like 40 minutes maybe. Show. Yeah, great.
Chapping and rapping on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. You go ahead and hit that like button, that 5-star rating if you're enjoying what you're listening to. My brother, Old Guy, Hip Hop News Uncensored, Sam Ant, Viral Hip Hop News. Our brother Mock behind the ones and twos. We appreciate each and every one of y'all.